All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Run. It is time to play a little bit. Here we go. Not a great day yesterday. We actually got our butts a little bit thumped yesterday. It's funny, I labeled the video winning every day, all the ways, and I get my ass kicked yesterday. It happens. It happens. Here we go. We're going to get our 5K in the rack. We're going to go. I was thinking today, in honor of a new subscriber last night, I got a new subscriber on ProCraps, which is, I get them all the time, obviously. This guy found me and decided to just completely go off the rails, man. Called me a fraud and everything else because he didn't like the strategy or whatever. So anyway, we're going to play the come ladder today in his honor because I don't know why he decided that I was persona non grata after watching that video. And I even replied to him like 4 times, like I can't anymore. Here we go. Come ladder, 7 units at a time. So we're going to have $1,000. We'll go with $1,000 in black. And how that works is 7 units per shooter. So we'll take 3 change over here. Our 7 units up front. And all it's going to be is 7 come bets. That's it. 7 units worth of come bets. I will work it from the pass line today, though. I'm going to work the pass line as the first quote unquote come bet. And we'll work the rest of them in the come. So it's going to be 1 unit, then 2 units, then 4 units. And that's going to be the pattern. And that's it. So let's go. Let's get it out. Let's get it out and see if we can make some cash the old-fashioned way. This is a grind. This might take me the whole show. This strategy, if it doesn't hit off the gate, it can take an hour. So buckle up. This might be the whole show. Here we go. Come ladder. I haven't played this one in a long, long time live. I played at the casino a lot, but I haven't played it in front of you all in a while. Here we go. Coming out. I may work a little bit of stack it, don't rack it as part of this as we go. Aces. What a bummer. Come out and lose the first one, man. That sucks. That means we're going to lose our ability to hammer the last one. So anyway, here we go. That was a bad first throw, huh? And the roll tracker didn't like me either. Let's try it again. Okay. The roll tracker, for some reason, some days, man, it just does not want to connect. Let's see. Did that one work? There it goes. All righty, here we go. That's a better looking flight on that one, and it's a 6, hard 6. Again, I'm not doing the bonus. I probably should have done the bonus, but we're not. All right, so 1 unit here means 2 units here. It's always 1 unit more than what you have at risk, and you do 3 bets total. With the $5,000 bankroll, I could do more than 3. I can go out for a 4th bet if I wanted to. I think I'm going to not do that, though. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to flip them like this here. We're going to go here and here, and let's get it on. Looking for a 7 early. Looking for a long run if I don't get a 7, right? We want a 7 in the early throws. Hunting out a shitty shooter. Or like this, getting the repeaters, right? There's a 3-3-6. We buckshot our point, which is really cool. That'll travel on up. Puck will come off. We get paid down here, which means I can actually get that bet right. So that's 1-2 units up here, right? The next bet is going to be 3 units, which is bigger by 1 unit than what's out there. Now, in our case here, unless we have something weird happen, we're going to only have these 2 bets because I only have 2 units left in my rack. Again, these 3 that I got is changed. I can't play. It's a 7-unit system. That's it. So I only have 2 units left. So if I get a win, fine. But if I don't get a win, we're sitting where we are. And as it stands right now, we have a little bit of profit. Here we go. Coming out. Coming on out. Oh boy, not a great roll there. Hit too hard in the back. It's another 6. Can you believe this? A 4-2-6. I love it. Puck goes to the 6. This will actually come on down and get itself paid on the come out. That almost never happens. So it's a 4 units there. Now I've got, right, look at what I've got. I got 3 on the pass line, right? I started with 7. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units going to my rack. Plus 3. I'm up. If I hit the 6 again, I'm up a couple units, right? Pretty sweet. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how this works. 4 units out there, 2 units coming back home. I'm actually going to save that. If I happen to hit another 6 or something, we have a little bit of profito in the rack. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Skill says something smart. I should compare this to the Horseman ladder. Interesting, right? I should do some comparisons of these two styles of play. People really, it's funny when I play these things out at the casinos or whatever, people really hate this. They hate this one. They hate the Horseman because there's no odds on the bets and you're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. Even without the odds, those bets still have a super low house edge. Again, this one is all about hunting down that crappy roll, right? And if I want to, I have 2 units extra that I could use as odds if I wanted to lower the house edge a bit. But frankly, I'd rather keep that as potential profit. Here we go. Looking for a 6, right? A 6 or a 7, either way. A 7 here is okay. There it is, 617. That's actually fine. That's the come ladder doing its thing, 617. So we'll lose our 3 on the pass line, but we get paid 4 in the come, right? That's why it's always 1 unit more. And look, we started the whole hand with 7 units. There's 7 units. Can you see them out there in the come? I have 1, 2, 3 in profit. That's a beautiful thing. That strategy, like I said, it's not sexy. It's not going to win you a home run by any means, but it's going to make you, generally speaking, that 1 or 2 units per shooter, and kind of off you go. So there it is. We made $300 today. You can call that a paycheck if you want to, right? You worked hard for that. That's not easy to do, right? It's not $500, but it's $300, and it's positive, and it's time to go home. Like, that's how I look at things sometimes, especially when I'm doing a coffee run, right? If I'm doing a coffee run, if I go to Vegas and I'm going to play with you in the afternoon, that right there, I don't play it at the $100 level, of course, but that right there would literally be enough for me to go, cool, I got $300 to play this afternoon with Skill and Duracell and Craig and whoever else is in town to visit me, right? That's how I look at that. That's like funding the afternoon play kind of a thing. So that was fun. Want to do it again? Want to risk 7 more units and try it again? Let's do one more round. I'll put 7 units up in the front of the rack. 1 on the pass. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. I'm not going to touch the back of the rack. There's 5. So in the back of the rack, I've got $4,600. At worst, if this goes completely south, we'll lose $200 or $400. I'm going to put it at risk. I normally wouldn't do this, but in the interest of having some fun with y'all on a Tuesday morning before Thanksgiving, let's go ahead and just play it out. Let's get greedy. We'll get 3 units. We have really, if you think about it, 3 units at risk. Here we go. Oh boy, that was not good. That would be a 7 on the come out. Now, you want to do some fun? That was a 4-3 that rolled when I pulled it up here. Hold on a second. Here's a 3. Come on, Johnny. Oh my God. Really, Jude? There we go. It was a 4-3. So come out 7. Let's do the Bo Parker thing. Let's take advantage of it, right? Again, we'll stack it. Don't rack it. And why? Remember this from Bo. This is such an important point, right? If I have this here, right, and it happens to win, I'm going to win 3. I'm going to win 2 units, right? Which basically wins me 3-1, right? If I keep it in the rack and I put it back in the back as odds, no matter what the point is, right? Later on, I'm going to end up winning less than 3-1, right? So we're going to put it up here as a stack. There it is. Stack it up. Let's get another one. Actually makes my win unit, my win is $400 now. If I stop and pop and get the hell out of here. Let's go. Let's get a point or a yo. How about a yo? Oh my God, I called my shot. I called my own shot. Look at this shit right here. 6-5. Chiro. Smiling down. 6-5. Yo. Boo to the ya. There's that. Look at that. Now, I'm absolutely done, right? We'll play some more here because it's fun, but I'm 100%. The stack it, don't rack it totally worked, right? There's our 7 units, right, that we just started this round with, right? That's a 7 unit profit. Actually, it's 6 units in profit. Beautiful. That's freaking awesome. As a matter of fact, with 6 units in profit, we can call it a paycheck. I'll take these 2 stacks of black. There's my starting bankroll. There's my profit. There's $100. Let's go out and do a little bit of a cross betting and have some fun. What do you think? Well, actually, we'll do inside. We'll go $100 inside. No, $100 outside. Puck is off. We'll play $100 on the outside and just rock it because we can. Love it when a plan comes together. Makes up for yesterday's crap, doesn't it? What do we have here? We have a 5 and a 4. That'll be a 9. 4. Okay, here we go. Play the outsides. Let's play the outsides for $100. And I would have done the insides because of all the 6s, but I don't have any red chips. I'm not going to borrow money from anybody, so here we go. When the dice play nice, it always works out for you, right? 5, 5, 10. Again, it's a profit play, so I'm not interested in getting out of the hand here. And again, I'm going to owe the world $1. Okay, we'll do a little sister press 4 and 10, and I may transition into the what do you call it? The 410 shotgun if I get another hit. Here we go. Looking for a 9. Looking for that 9, Shuda. How about a repeat hard 10? What do you think about that? Booyah. If I was playing the shotgun, we rocked it, right? As it is, that pays $100. And what I'm going to do with that is this. We're going to go ahead and grab, there's the payment. I'm going to grab the hard 10 for $50. We're going to make the 10 look like 75, right? Another hard 10 becomes a purple chip, right? This I'll take back to the rack as profit. Matter of fact, I'll take that and move to the hard 4. Now the hard 4 is in shotgun mode. The hard 10 is in shotgun mode. And again, it's a profit play. We're looking for a home run, right? $100, looking for an absolute home run. Here we go. Here we go. Maybe it's my day, huh? Nope, it's not my day. It's a 4-3-7. So we gave it a shot. We gave it a shot, 4-3. That's all right. We took $100. We threw it out there, and we had the chance to do really something cool. As it is, there's the 100, and there's the $150 that we quote unquote won, but put out there at risk. Again, if you're upside down, if you're looking to make your first profit, you probably don't make that move that I just did. You probably don't go all in and be Mr. Aggressive. We already had $500 in profit, so we're okay to do it. That's the only reason why. All right, come on back over here and let's talk a little bit. Let's pull up a chair. Pull up a chair with old Johnny, and we'll talk about all the things. Let's see here. I need my mouse. I got to get myself set up, and let's go. You might notice a little bit of difference here. Not much difference, but some difference in the lighting. I did get new lights. It's not the new chandelier that we talked about, which I'll show you a picture of later on. Maybe tomorrow I'll show you some pictures of that. But I did get dimmer bulbs, and they're like kind of yellowish. So I'm still not super crisp. This camera, for some reason, is not getting me very crisp. I don't know why. I'm only 4 feet away from it, but it's just not high def for whatever reason. I think this light just washing everything out. It's making it a mess. Anyway, here we are. Let's jump in and talk about a couple of things here. So number one, what you can do, by the way, if you would, while I'm doing this, I found a way to move the screen so I can see you. I also, I think, made a settings change that I should be able to hear you. Actually, you know what? Let me do it real quick. Let me go over here real quick. I'm going to change one thing. Give me a second here. I forgot to do it. Can I do it during the show? I can't. Preferences. Hang on, general. I think I can do play app sounds. Now, I think when you guys put a note in chat, or I think I'll hear a ding, which might help out a whole lot for me to find you. Anyway, let's see if that works. So as I'm going, you guys get to judge my dealing skills, which I know aren't very good, right? We'll get there, but as I'm going, when I make mistakes or whatever, call me out, whatever, and say, how would you like John to deal to me? That kind of thing. We're gonna get to playing with different people next week. Dylan's already written back and said he's willing to do it. Potentially, somebody else has said they would do it. I know it's hard because on the East Coast right now it's 10:30 in the morning, right? So it's not like, unless you're retired, you don't have time to work with me, and I get that. So if you're West Coast, it's easier, but if you can do it, let me know. And I'd love to deal to a couple people every day if I can do it. And that's, I guess, the essence of this show. And I think Dylan might have made I mentioned that yesterday, and I'll talk about it here now. The show title on the thumbnail is win. I think it's like win at the casino every day, or profit at the casino every day, every way. And the reason why I title it that is this: the coffee run is all about this, right? The coffee run at the casino, like I just showed you. If I get up in the morning and I run over to the, down and get a cup of coffee, hit the table with $500, and I can turn 500 into 200, or if I can turn, in this case, 5,000 into $500 or $600, that's the coffee run. Get in, get out, get paid, bye-bye, right? 20% goal. It's my motto. It's been my motto forever. Matter of fact, if you look at my chips, I don't have any here, that I give away, they all say the same thing. My chips say 20% get in, get out, get paid. That's the coffee run. So I want to do like today. Like I've been doing the Horseman, makes $300, right? The Come Ladder today made $700. The Drawdown sometimes makes money, right? It's like I want to show you all the ways that you can do this quick, in and out, right? The Come Ladder has the potential to take forever, right? It's not the greatest coffee run strategy. That's a good play forever strategy when you're with your friends. But I'm trying to show you like all the different ways that I know that I enjoy playing, and the kind of ways that I approach it, right? And I say things like, this is the time to leave. I won the $300 on a strategy that normally takes an hour to win $300. I won $300 in 2 seconds. You got to run or switch up the play. Either way, I want to show that, right? Not that I'm going to guarantee win every day, but I'm going to show you the ways I find more reliable. I think by bringing people on the show and having them play with me, besides helping my dealer skills, it will show you how they want to win every day. And I think more so than me just giving you a kind of chapter and verse, I think you get to watch different play rhythms and talk through it. So are we going to win every day? No. Is somebody going to win every day? No. They will beat the other person, but they won't win money necessarily every single day. But it's going to give you, I think, a good lens. And that's what I want us to turn into here. So we'll get there. All the different ways of playing. And I think, we'll look at different play styles. We'll look at different rhythms, all the things. But ultimately, it comes down to what I always say, which is discipline. And that's it. So let me go check a couple of things in chat. Make sure I didn't miss nothing up here. Let's see. Hedge the come out. I don't ever hedge the come out. I probably should when I'm at the black chip level. It's probably worth at the black chip level, a $10 any craps or a $15 any craps. It's probably worth it at that time. Again, do the long-term math, right? When you go out there with a black chip, which you can probably barely see here, black chip, and you go out there with 3 reds, which is great. The 3 reds, right? They hedge that for $105. The problem is that black chip becomes worth $85, right? Most of the time, the hedge doesn't matter. The black chip is worth $85. So you're going to lose and bleed out that $15 every single time. And over time, and it doesn't take a lot of time, right? $15 times, 7 shooters, right? That's it. Once you're on the table hedging the come out, you don't get the hedge to work. You burned a whole unit of play, right? And that's what the bleed that people don't see is that, right? You gotta be careful with that thing. And people just out of hand just always are hedging the come outs. I don't necessarily think it's a good idea. I'd rather keep my bet clean as I can. I'll take the loss every once in a while versus bleeding every single time. The constant bleed, I think, is worse. I know mentally it sucks when you lose the big bets, but for my money, I tend not to do it so much. I will oftentimes, if I'm playing the ATS, I'll hedge it. I'll do a $25 pass line bet, and I'll do like just a $5 any craps. And the reason for that is not to hedge the pass line. It's so that I get paid when my pass line bet gets reset and I'm on the ATS, I get paid as the ATS number gets slid down, and I can replace my pass line bet. Like that's a move. It's an ATS come out move that I do, that I'm getting paid on the horns and getting to replace that bet. If I'm just playing this, I'm not hedging. And I know it's weird, but my brain works different than most people's brains, I think. So anyway, let's flip around the table. I'm going to go to the other side. We're going to go deal a little bit. I'm going to go to, I think, this view, and I'm going to deal a little bit with you. Now, I think I've moved things around some so that you shouldn't have the prop bets will not be in the way of my counters today. So that's going to, I think, help us out a little bit. All right. Let's go. I'm going to bring the white lammers over. We'll use the white lammers to mark our wins. And I'm going to work through the 6 and 8 like we did yesterday again. The same thing. Now, yesterday we did the big 6 and 8, and we did the 640 across as a comparison. And what we found yesterday was that, the 6 and 8 won because the 7s outpaced, or the 6 and 8s outpaced the box numbers. Same thing today, but the message today is going to be this. We're going to change the verses. So instead of being same betting the entire time, okay, what I'm going to do is we're going to take one hit and down every time. And if you recall, what I have said in the past is this. If you're going to work every single roll, or if you're going to take 10 rolls off and then turn your bets on, you're in the same exact spot. There's no difference, right? Every 6 times your bets are exposed ever, you're going to lose 1 out of those 6. Whether I wait or whether I just go 6 in a row. It's the same probabilities. It doesn't change. But today we're going to do 1 and down as a different observation of it, right? 1 hit and down. And it's going to make things a little different. If we don't hit 6s and 8s, you're going to see a little bit of a difference in the racks. So let's go back up here again. And once again, I'll put $2,000 for each player. Okay. Now I know it's dark over here. That's the new lights that I got are a little darker, so these chips are not going to be super visible. I apologize. But here we go. Guy in the front is going to play the 6 and 8. There's $1,000. He's going to get $400 and change. Right? He's going to do 6. Oh, he's 800. Wait, what am I doing? He's doing 3 and 3, right? Is that right? 3 and 3. He's going to get, 400. Yeah. All right. There's that. He's going to go 3 and 3, and there he goes. The other guy here is going to go $1,000. He's going to go 640 across. Okay. So again, we're going to go 1. Watch this. 2, 3. Drop cut 4. Drop cut 4. I drop cut 2 that time. That's terrible. And only 3 there. Boy, those drop cuts are going to be the bane of my existence. Okay, 640 across, right? 640, 650, 700, 8, 9, 10. Give back the change. Okay, he's going to get back. And again, you can do the change as regular math. You can count it back like the old school cashiers did. And here we go. He's going to have his blacks, his greens, and his reds over here. And that's it, right? 1 hit and down for each player. It's going to change the rhythm a little bit. Okay, we talked about I like having more targets because I play a 1 hit and down system or a 2 hits and down. I play for this, right? I don't play the same bet thing all the time. I'm looking for quick ins and quick outs. Let's see if it matters. Let's see if it even matters, right? The math guys will tell you this does not matter, right? If I'm 1 hit and off for 50 rolls, it doesn't matter. When I come back on again, I'm still at risk, right? Here we go. Let's see who does better. We got a 6-5, a yo, 11 yo, and I'm not hearing any noise, so I don't hear the chats coming in. So I'm just going to keep turning around and looking. And if you want me, put a PC in front of it. Okay, there is another 6-5 yo. Can you see the dice okay? Are they clear enough? I don't have a dice zoom in camera anymore. I used to do that, but it just takes up a lot of space. There's a aces. Takes up too much screen space, so I got rid of it. There's a 5. Okay, 3, 2, 5. And I'm on the end of my table. So my stick is like, I had like the long stick person stick, and I'm like 2 feet from the back wall. So it's so hard to do this thing. Here we go. 1 hit and down for each player, right? Hopefully it's not a 7, right? And we'll keep track again of the box wins and the 6 and 8 wins. I'll try and keep each guy's numbers separate as I can. Midnight, God, I'm hitting everything but numbers here, right? We've hit a yo, aces, midnight, right? I haven't really been keeping track, but there's a 5. That's the point, right? Did I make the point 5? What did I do? The point's 5, not 6, idiot. Okay, the point's 5. That was the point. It pays 140. Okay, 125, 140. Now he is 1 hit and down for the shooter. Okay, puck is off. This guy's bets are going to be off. He's off. 1 hit and down. There's that, and that. This is going to be the situation where you're waiting forever for a 6 or 8 to hit sometimes. Now, let's mark up what all happened? How many wins and losses, right? So we'll do, I'll do on this side of the come, how many times this guy beat the 7, how many times this guy beat the 7. Okay, so we'll put our white chips, our white lammers will be kind of those trackers. And I'll put black lammers out here in the field for the 7s. And we'll play this until we've each seen the correct number of 7s. There's a 6, a 5, and a 1. All right, 5, 1, 6, and we're not working the come out. So it's okay. There's a 4, 3, 1, 4. I'm going to use my hands a little easier. 3, 1, 4. So again, I'll mark out this guy here is not getting paid. He's off, right? So nothing really happens. He's safe and watching, right? I was watching, there's a 6 hard. I was watching myself the other day. I was filming a video. I was running out of video from about a week or about 2 months ago, yesterday, where I was talking about unit math and this kind of stuff. And this whole topic came up about winning once per shooter instead of your goal per session, like the shooter goal versus the session goal. All right, 350. So there's $350 and he's done, right? He can be off. Now look at that. He made more than him. They both got lucky. They're both off. Okay, let's mark his win over here. That's great. They both won. We're going to wait till the shooter 7's out and then get on the next shooter. There's a 5. So we're just going to have to roll dice here. He's going to get to watch me randomly chuck. I want the dice to declare the rhythm. There's a 5. So that's the buckshot. Pretty good shooter right here, right? Another 5, 3 5s in a row. 8. All right, now we have an 8. Again, we're off though. 1 hitting down per shooter. There's another 5. Oh boy. It's a great roller right here. 9. We should be playing like crazy here, right? 9. That's the point. I was watching Ed's reaction video last night. There's a 4. Boy, we would be crushing souls right here if we were not off on our bets. There's a 5 again. That's like our 4th 5 for the shooter, I think. Anyway, the reaction video was a good one. There's a 6 missing out on the guy that was like, he called his video high limit craps, $500 bets, right? And completely misleading title. There's a 9. That's the point. This is the best shooter I've had in a long time. It was such a misleading title because the guy never had a bet that was $500. His bets totaled $500, but he never had a bet that was 500. And he never pressed a bet. He same betted the entire time. And I think he had about a 15 or 20 roller, tons of 6s in that roll. Another midnight there. And he made like $400. Right? It was the exact view. Another look at the numbers here. We could have been buying ourselves a Bentley if we'd have been out here even the same betting. Perfect example though of same betting on a great roll, costing you money. Even a single unit press, that guy would have made a fortune, right? 10. I'm telling you what, this has got to be roll 25 for this shooter. We're never going to get our bets. Now, that's going to happen. You know what's going to happen, right? We're going to get a 7. There it is. And the next shooter that comes out, we're going to have PSOs all over the place. Here comes PSO Central. You guys ready? There it is. There it is. Here we go. Coming out. Everybody's going to be on now. We'll be on with the next point. 4, 3. See, here comes the 7 parade. Here comes the parade of 7s. There's a 4, 3. There's a 6, 2, 8. Okay, the point's going to be 8. Point's going to be 8, and let's get it going. 1 hitting down. And it's a 5. There's a 2. There's the 3. I'll just do it with my hands. And again, we'll do 140. We'll do 150 for 1, or 150 for 5. 15 for 1, 150 for 10 there. Okay. And he will be off. Put him back off. Now again, this is again the case where you have more targets, more likely to get that first hit so you can go off, right? This guy's waiting for the 6 or 8 that may never come. Hopefully he gets it and we're good, right? There's a 3, 2, 1 tree, 6, 3, 9. I think we'll play this too, by the way. I'll put the offset. We'll play this for a small number of 7s. Maybe let's do like 6 total shooters and see where we land. There's an 8. All right, he gets paid again. Good. Both guys get paid. This is awesome. All right, so 350. Let's do we'll do 500 for for 50. So 350, 400 for 50 is how we'll do it. Or you know what I'll do? I'll put 150 out of the rack and get a purple chip back, just because I know the bank is in need of black chips. So we'll get a purple chip back. And look at that guy. He's got his money back in the rack. He's got, if I take those blacks as a purple, he's got his $2,000 back and 100 in profit. Again, the 6 and 8 guy's killing it today, right? He's doing great. He's got 2 hits, which is awesome. I didn't mark his up. He has 2 hits also. They both got 2 hits before a 7. Puck is going to be off. Let's wait the shooter out. Right? Get the drink lady to come over. Now, again, can you take from that $350 win or that $140 win and be playing 96 across or 160 across? Sure you can, right? It's a $5 shot. You certainly can, right? If you're going to play the one hit and down and keep playing system, there's another 8, then you won your way to play. Another 8. If you're playing one hit and go home, right? Or one hit per shooter, you're good. Now you're going to think I'm nuts, right? You're going to think I'm crazy. There's a 6-5, yo. Because today's rolls are awesome. Remember yesterday, right? We had terrible rolls yesterday. At midnight, I think we've hit the ATS, right? Except for the 10. Let's go 6. All right, we have a point. But I've said this before, right? Sometimes there's another 8. We're missing out on all these hits. We're missing all the hits. But if you can come around the game and make $140 or $350 on every shooter and not have to rely on this kind of a roll to make your hay, look at that, another 6, that's the point. You're going to be fine. This guy here has made $700 on 2 shooters, and he's okay with that, right? There's nothing wrong with one hit and go bye-bye, or one hit and watch. Are you going to get your ass kicked a lot of times? Sure, right? But here we don't lose the 350. Now, yeah, he would have hit 3 8s and whatever, right? But that's fine. That's fine. Look at that. We both guys are locking it up. Now, we've been exposed. Remember, exposure lesson. There's a 1, 2, 3. Let's get a point here. There's a 10 as a point. Okay, we have a point of 10. Now, we're exposed again. We're back on. Everybody's back on. Okay. Again, I've been exposed here for 3 rolls, right? I got a roll in the first guy's second shot. I got a roll in the second guy's second shot. Right? I'm exposed again. I didn't do anything other than miss out on other stuff. My exposure level doesn't change, but my goal did, right? I'm just trying to get, again, I'm looking at a 1 hit or 1 roll dodge, if I can do it. Here we go. Here we go. Let's not have the PSO. And here's a 4. That's awesome. So I'm going to get paid 3 times. My third hit is a $200 4 for $5. Same bet. Bets are off. Or not on, off. Now it's going to be the 6, 8, or 10. Or 6, 8, or 7, rather. There's the 9. 5 and the 4. That's a 9. You know what? It's funny. There's a 10. That's the point. I'm going to roll that. Sorry about the roll there. I'm going to talk to whoever that was. Who says that? Nice, Dr. Dan. Move the prop backs up a tad and put the doing that, right? Here's the thing. Yesterday, that's where they were, right? I had the dice result under that. And when I was watching the video back, I found myself getting dizzy, believe it or not, because you can see my hands here and I'm going back to the rack when I'm playing myself. And I felt like the chip rail when you're playing craps is nearer to you, which feels like it's at the top. If I lean over, I'm right here, right? It feels like that's where it wants to be. So it felt weird. I felt like I was getting dizzy watching myself deal yesterday because the chip rack was at the bottom of the screen. So it's a 5-2-7, come out 7, doesn't matter. So I moved it to the top because it feels like that's where it would be as a craps player, believe it or not. I spent a ton of time last night messing with screens and where things have to be. So, and again, this one here, this camera, you don't need this camera. You don't need to see me shooting other than to prove that I'm really doing it. Now, there's going to be days where when I have the guys on, I'll show you this here real quick. When I do this, I'm going to slide down here, right? And I may actually throw for real. And that's why this camera's here. So you can see me set up and throw for real from the right side, right? It's just that it's time to throw, to come down. It just takes a long time. I'm trying to get rolls in today, not practice. But I will be using that end of the table to do actual throws, right? So you'll get to see both Randy and Johnny shooting when I have players on. And so like, you know, when I'm dealing the players, I'll probably shoot for real. There's a 7, a 5, 2, 7. So this is a case where the 6 or 8 guy never gets his hit, right? As our third 7, our third shooter, he's going to lose $600 and has to go back out with a new 600. Oh no. Purple chip on the run. All right, he's back out, new $600, and let's get a new point. Too many rolls, right? That's that whole thing where I like this guy at the top, again, he's exposed for probably 1 roll. This guy here is exposed for potentially more than 1 roll because if we get outside stuff, right? Like last shooter, he had to wait around for it, right? Now, if we catch a 7 here, both guys are screwed. There's a 6-5 mid-mo. Oh, he's on, by the way. What I get, a 3? How about that? A yo, and then a 3. See a horn, bet a horn. Flip those dice over. 10. All righty. 6, 4, 10 on the end. Again, it'll pay 200 for 5. Oh, wrong bet. There it is. We'll hand it off to him. He's going to rack it up. Same bet and turn his shit off. That's his 4th hit. Great. He's off. He's working. 5. 8. All right. We got our hit. He's going to be off too. He's going to get paid $350. $350. All right. $350 should be upside down. Hand it off, and he's off. He's off. That's his 3rd hit. He got 3 hits. The other guy got 4 hits. So he's going to be ahead, most likely, because there's our 7. That 7 happened. Ooh, boy, that happened quick right there. Happened quick. Here we go, coming out. That is a 6-1-7 on the come out. That puck should be off, by the way. 1, 2, 3. Ace deuce on that come out. And an 8. 8 hard. Here we go. The game is on. Both guys are looking for a number. Both guys need a number. Here we go. 7. Oh, both guys lose a little bit. Now, here's where you're going to see some differences, right? With both guys going down on the PSO, which is going to happen. Again, I dodged it 4 times, right? I got banged on one of them. There's that. We're actually going to note that in here. I'm going to note it here, too. This guy here got banged once. This guy got banged once. This guy got banged twice. He got banged twice. He lost twice. He lost once. Where are the racks right now? After giving, and we only have 1 more 7 to go. Actually, we'll just let our last shooter run. $600. 3 and 3. This guy's going to go 640. So 650. We'll get back $15. And we'll get him set up. Okay, he's got 640. He's got 600. Puck is off. Last shooter. And then we'll get them all added up. Last shooter. Aces. Who cares? Ace deuce. We're just going to climb the ladder, aren't we? Climbing the ladder. This is where I say if I'm playing the ATS, the pass line bet at a quarter with 5, 10, 5, right, earns me $35. Quarter goes back, $10 to the rack. I would probably stack that $10 on the pass line. Now it's a $35 pass line. That second one, again, it's a tie, Pass line just goes back in that case, but I took the extra crack at it, right? I only really do that hedge when I'm on the ATS. All right, there's that 8 hard. Here we go. We have a point. Let's dodge it for one roll, guys. Let's have a 6 and be done with it. Oh, no, it's a 7. Look at that, 2 PSOs. All those rolls we missed earlier have just come back to roost, right? There it is. He has lost 3. He has lost 3. This guy's going to be way ahead. Why? Because his 3 losses are the same as his 3 losses, basically, right? And his wins were bigger. So by winning more, in this case, that last 7 was a terrible timed 7. So they end up, look at this. Actually, they end up, look at the difference. This is actually kind of interesting. The guy in the back won, believe it or not. He's got 12, 1,375, 1,395. The 6 and 8 guy today has 1,250. So actually the guy that got the 4 hits right here did better than the 6 and 8 guy. Interesting, right? He got 1 extra hit. These hits were bigger, but he lost the whole extra time. That whole extra time losing accounted for the loss of the day. That's interesting stuff, man. Yesterday, the 6 and 8 guy dominated. Today, the other guy, I'm going to say dominated. He didn't dominate, but he got a little bit less of a loss than the 6 and 8 guy did. Did it matter that we were 1 hit per shooter? No. Unless you say, I got 3 shooters that I won on in a row and I've made 143 times, I should be going home right now. That's almost $500, right? That would be a way to look at that. It didn't matter. Ultimately, if I had stayed here for 3 rolls instead of 3 shooters, my exposure time is the same. It doesn't matter, right? If I'm off for 50 rolls and I come back on, I can still get PSO'd on, right? If I'm on for 6 straight rolls, a 6 or a 7 can show up any one of those rolls and get me. There's no dodging it, right? And that's, I think, part of the point of these kind of exercises. When I tell you the math and I say, look, guys, this or this doesn't matter, and I can put it on the screen as I do sometimes, and I'll actually show you the numbers on screen. Let me walk myself around here and go back. Oh boy, can't really see that good here. Let's move this. Hold on. Move the screen so I can see it. I need the mouse. And let's come back over here. I think if I do this, which was yesterday's talk, right? This win rate, the 62% win rate, right? 10 wins versus 6 losses that you expect. This is in a quote unquote perfect 36. Okay. What does a perfect 36 mean? Right? That means if the distribution of rolls happens exactly as it should, you would win 10 and lose 6 on a 6 and 8, right? That's what you expect. You can sit there and say, I'm going to leave $300 on 6 and 8, and I'm going to get a little ticker and count 36 straight rolls. Let my bet sit out there, right? Come out working, everything working, just give me 36 straight rolls. I should win 10 and lose 6, right? If at any point in time during that 36 rolls, you get more 6s and 8s than you did 7s, right? You need 2 more than the 7 to get at least a little bit of profit. If you're ever in that position, right, you've beat the expected 36 and you should be done, right? If I say, instead of 36 rolls, if I said, I'm on for a roll, I'm off for a roll. I'm on for a roll, I'm off. You just kind of did this every other roll, exposed yourself, right? Yes, you're going to dodge some 7s. In 72 rolls, right, you were exposed how many times? Everybody, 36 times. If you take every 3rd roll off, I'm going to be on for a roll, off for 2 rolls, on for a roll, off for 2 rolls. How many rolls have you seen? 106 rolls, whatever that is, whatever the number is, 72 plus 36, 108, right? You're that many rolls, you were still exposed 36 times. Of those 36 times you were on, you should win 10 and lose 6. That's exactly how this works. So today's exercise of me going 1 per shooter, it's the same thing. Basically, I'm saying I'm going to see 36 shooters and I should win 10 and lose 6 over 36 shooters. That's the idea, right? Which is kind of, the percentage wise today probably was somewhat close to that. So all this to say, Come out roll notwithstanding, because I think the come out roll is a different beast. It doesn't really matter if you're playing just a 6 or 8 or all the way across or one hit and down or 6 rolls in a row or 36 rolls in a row or whatever you're doing. None of that really matters. Even in a short session, it doesn't matter. You can see from the 2 days of playing here, that same, and I'll do it again tomorrow. We'll do the same thing tomorrow just to kind of get another lens on it. Tomorrow, I may go one roll on, one roll off as bounce back on both guys. Just to hammer the point in that it just doesn't matter. Today would have been a day where if I left my bets up, we'd have made a fortune. The guy in the back would have made a fortune today. All those rolls we had, right? The guy in the front, I think, had a bunch of 6 and 8s too. If we left our bets on and same betted forever, would have been a miracle day, right? The kind of day that you write home about. If you're going to go at it like that and say, great, but yesterday we both guys lost about $1,500. So does today's same betting on a good roll make up for yesterday's loss? Probably not, right? I think it's a little safer to get your early wins if you get them and get the hell on out of there. I like to get the hell on out because it's very, very rare that you get your wins early enough. When you're lucky enough to get an early win, hightail it, baby, hightail it. All right. I don't see any PCs up here at all today. The chat is very light today. I think is attendance light today too? We had 30 people today. Hopefully tomorrow when we start getting some live folks in, we'll get some more people watching. It'll be more fun, and we'll get Crapsy going too. Maybe I'll get Crapsy going too. We'll see. We'll see let's see how timing goes with bringing guys in and playing with me at the same time. We'll see if we can get Crapsy going as well as dealing. Maybe. Since I'm not betting for myself, it'll make things a little bit quicker. And yeah, I think that's it, guys. All right, it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to go to work a little early today. Y'all have a good Tuesday. And I will see you. I'm going to sip here. I'll see you tomorrow morning for Thanksgiving Eve. Last show of the week. We're going to take Thursday and Friday off. I'll see you the following Monday, and we'll get people out here to play along. What do I think Jacob's rebuttal be? Jacob, I imagine that Jacob would say kind of what you're probably thinking, which is Jacob's definitely a guy that believes. I'm not sure. I don't want to put words in. I don't think he believes. That's a terrible way to say it. Jacob definitely feels like the 7's coming, right? Jacob has said many times after 8 rolls, he's like the 7 is due, right? It's you're past where the 7 should have been. It's probably coming soon. Jacob says that kind of stuff a lot, and it just doesn't matter, right? And I can have the argument all day long. The 7 comes when it comes. It will come like today after 30. It'll come after 2. It doesn't matter, right? It's an average. I don't look at any roll if I'm past roll 8 saying, well, I got past 8.5, so it must be coming. I don't look at it that way. I think Jacob does look at it that way. Jacob definitely is a 6, 7, 8 hits, and he's looking to run, right? 6, 7, 8 rolls, looking to turn his bets off. I don't know if he's ever done that on a show, but he's talked about it, right? You can definitely go 6, 7 rolls, make that be your bets off trigger. But again, the minute you turn it back on again, right? If you took 7 shots, 7 rolls, and said, oh shit, we're coming to the 7, turn your bets off, wait for the next 7. Turn your bets back on, you're on roll 8. Remember that, right? You're on roll 8. If you saw 6 or 7 rolls, turn your bets off because you got scared, right? The 7 comes, you turn your bets back on again, you're back to roll 8 for you. It doesn't matter, right? Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. And that's, I think, the point that a lot of people don't want to confront. And it's just the truth of it. It doesn't matter. What matters is the rhythm you want to play in, right? It matters to me that I'm on for 1 roll per shooter because I'm trying to get that one shooter. Maybe this is the guy that can dodge the early 7 and I get my 1 shot and I can relax. To me, it's a relaxation piece, right? If I'm doing that kind of play, I don't do that very often, but when I'm doing that, it's a relaxation thing. It's like, okay, I got my roll, I can just chill, right? I choose to play that way because I enjoy that way better sometimes than sweating for 6, 7, 8 straight rolls that, oh my God, please, I don't like that, right? I'd rather not have the stress. 1 roll of clenching versus clench, more enjoyable to me. So you pick your poison. Doesn't matter. You're always geared up for what just happened here. 3 PSOs basically in a row, right? The last 2 shooters were direct PSOs. The guy before that had a 5 and then a 7. So the 6 and 8 guy had 3 PSOs back to back to back, right? Just being exposed for 1 roll per shooter. So anyway, I'm out. You guys have a good one. I'm going to look over here. Duracell says 36 rolls, 5 come out 7s. Yeah, totally, right? That's the thing. It's the math. That's a great point, right? It is the pyramid, right? It's just when it happens. That's why I don't worry about it. If I see a 7, I don't think I got 6 rolls to breathe easy on. If I see a 7, I don't think it's coming again. The come out sequence is the magic, right? The come out sequence to me it's the thing to me that makes the biggest difference, because you can get 5 in a row or 4 in a row or 3 in a row, right? I don't like to be out there when that's going on. You get a chance to be off, right? If you're the guy that's going to replace your bets, right? Replace your bets. Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow we'll just go come out, be damned every other roll. Tomorrow I may go every other roll, off on, off on, off on, off on the entire time. And we'll see what happens. All right. I'm out. You guys have a good Tuesday. I got to go. Love y'all. God bless. See you tomorrow. Bye.